simply isn't.
Do you think you're talking about a minority there? And since last night's documentary went out, the texts and the emails and the tweets I've got have been so positive as regarding the subject that I think we can get ourselves bogged down in focusing maybe on a minority here, and it is a minority that would chant abuse. It is a minority that do this, and we aren't giving the majority of football fans the credit they deserve in that they can deal with a gay football.
We've also had so many emails and texts of support from people, and what was encouraging was that for many people they said that they simply hadn't appreciated it was a problem, because to them personally it wasn't a problem. You may be right. We may even be talking about a minority, but it's a minority that has to be addressed, unfortunately.
We're going to bring somebody else in now. At the 1988 Seoul Olympics, diver Greg Louganis successfully defended Olympic titles in both the springboard and platform disciplines, and the achievement was made all the more remarkable because of this.
Oh, and that's disaster for Louganis. Louganis hits the board. That could be a bad accident.
He hit his head during the preliminary rounds of the springboard competition, needed stitches to close a 2-inch wound. Now, what wasn't known at the time was that 6 months before the Games, Greg had been diagnosed with HIV. He joins us now. Evening, Greg.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. You didn't come out as gay until 6 years after winning your third and fourth Olympic gold medals at the 88 Games. Why did you wait so long? Why not before?
Well, it was... at that time, coming out is a process. Anybody that I was out to, I was out to my family, my friends. They knew who I was, my sexual identity, and all that. So I was out to the people that were important to me. It was just my policy not to discuss my personal life with members of the media, and so. Once it was just a process.
Did you think the media would be the biggest problem in coming out?
Well, yeah, definitely. Because initially when I was, when I was diving, the reason why I didn't come out when I was diving is because then everything would be about the gay diver, and I wanted it to be about my diving. I wanted, the focus to be on my diving and not, not my sexuality.
What about commercial opportunities once you came out? Did they increase?
No.
Right.
No, there were, there were enough rumors about my sexuality and enough question that, I didn't get much commercial endorsements, during my career and then shortly thereafter. And even when I came out, I had to go to Speedo because there's a morals clause and let them know what was going to be in the book coming out about my sexuality, my sexual identity, as well as my HIV status. And at that time, the CEO, unfortunately, who is no longer there, because Speedo has since withdrawn their support. So it's just been, there's prejudice. I think that I don't think they expected me to live as long as I have.
We're glad that you have, Greg. Very quickly, what in American football or baseball or basketball, what's the attitude to homosexuality, would you say?
You know what? I don't know that it's. I think it's still rather taboo. I think it's hard to be difficult to be in a team sport. Unless you're like over here, like a Magic Johnson or Wayne Gretzky, then you can kind of carry the team. But if for most people, for most individuals, it is a team sport. You need the support of your team. I think people are. I think teams, in general, I think they might be, more accepting.
Greg, I'm going to have to let you go, though. We're going to run out of time, unfortunately. Greg Louganis, thank you very much for joining us. Simon, a straight man from Milton Keynes, he says, this thing about footballers being too scared to come out really annoys me. The vast majority of us football fans really don't care whether a player in our team we support is gay. It's his business and his business alone. The reason I think I did this, and Ed, you can finish here, is that it doesn't bother me whether a player comes out or not. It's irrelevant. But what does matter is that the society of football and all of us who work in it or play it or watch it make it available, make it possible for a player to come out if they want to.
Yes, and the great thing about the programme is it's brought people to think about the subject, discuss it, and we're all very grateful for that.
Ed, Andy, thank you very much for joining me this evening. More 5 Live Sport from 7 o'clock tomorrow, when we'll do 5 Live Cricket and a bit more World Cup chat as well. Now, though, on 5 Live, it's Tony Livesey.